What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a massive review of all of these awesome Bandai Godzilla toys. That's right, my zillions. Courtesy of Bandai themselves, we're going to be celebrating Godzilla's 70th anniversary in style with a little bit of a smorgasbord of various products that you can get here in the United States from Bandai, and a lot of these are super cool. Now, a few of these I've actually reviewed already, but it's good to get a fresh take, a fresh look sometimes of this stuff, especially when you do it all together. It's a little bit more fun. Now, you might have seen Ultrazilla Jr. and I's unboxing of this stuff already, so you got initial thoughts there. If you haven't, please do check it out. And coming soon, we're going to be giving all of these away, so stay tuned for the details on that. But without any further ado, let's get to this review. So let's kick things off with these Godzilla mini figures. They come in these little building boxes, which are pretty cool. You know, you can make little dioramas with them. These are 2-inch tall blind box figures that are really neat. So now we got a yellow one and a blue one, and we got a Mecha Godzilla in one. And if you didn't see our unboxing, we got a Mecha Godzilla in two. So we did get the variant. I don't know if there's multiple variants, but we did get a variant. It's kind of like a salmon-y looking variant, you know, reddish, pinkish, you know, orangish, but it looks pretty cool. Nice little variant. Again, little 2-inch tall figures, but that's very nice. But let's look at the regular color Mecha Godzilla a little bit closer, because, you know, you can see the details a little bit better here. It is awesome. I really like this a lot. I mean, you guys know I'm a huge Mecha Godzilla fan, so I really like the eyes there in yellow, and the rest is done in silver, but it's pretty gorgeous. Like a really nice silver, and all the details pop. Really well done here. Top to bottom, it's pretty cool. They're kind of like, you know, almost like SD style, you know, not completely, but like in that vein, you know, like little squat looking little figures, but not like super squat. So somewhere in the middle. And this one, you know, it's kind of like translucent, which is pretty neat. I do dig that. But yeah, I really dig this Mecha Godzilla. It is pretty excellent. And here they are with their buildings. And you know what? This is a really nice little concept they got here. I like it. I mean, the buildings just work for the style of figures. So kudos. This is excellent. Now, as for the HGD Plus Godzilla Encyclopedia, all monster encyclopedia figures, these are the blind bags, you know, that come out through Bandai Gashapon here. These are nice little packages. Again, if you didn't see my unboxing, just want to show you what the outside looks like and what you're looking for. These are really nice. Like, I've gotten these from Japan, and they don't come in these really nice packages as they do here. So this is really cool. Well, you know, sleeves, I don't know. But this is what you get inside. You get one of these Godzilla skinned balls, which is cool. I like it. And you open it up, and the figure is inside in plastic. Now, I'm going to demonstrate what you do with these past this, because they have functionality. These become display bases. So you would line up these little notches here, and they go into these little slots. Now, you do have to find the right slots, because they are a little bit differently sized. There's like one that's a little thicker than the rest. I believe it's this one. And you have to line it up, and there you go. So that's lined up, and then in each of these come with a little base that you put in there. And then you would put the figure, and I believe this one is Hedorah. See, it has a similar thing. And Hedorah will go on top of that. It's like kind of like sludge. Or maybe it's standing on Godzilla. So here's Hedorah. Let's start out with Hedorah, and this looks awesome. You do have to kind of place these together in the packages. They come apart. I think Little Godzilla was the only one that didn't. Now, me personally, in my experience, like some of the limbs and stuff tend to like come out a little bit easy. So I like to just put a little dab of glue like inside, and then it just holds it in place. I didn't here, but I did do it with Biollante because her little petals are like, you know, they're very loose, you know, fitted. So not loose fitted, but little pegs are like small. So it does tend to pop out a little bit easier. Hedorah is not so bad, so I'll leave it like this. But this is really, really nice. I do like it. You got the trademark yellow and red over the gray paint, which looks really good. It came out really nice for this small figure. Hedorah has got an arm extended here, which looks pretty cool too. A little bit of green on the edges, which looks really, really nice. I like it. That's what the bottom looks like. But it looks great. I mean, this is a really, really nice Hedorah figure. These HG figures are beautiful. They're high-grade figures. And they're very, very nice for what they are, like really small figures. So I do like them a lot. And this one is really cool. The eyes look fantastic, and overall the sculpt is really good. And since we mentioned Biollante, this is her base first. It's like a translucent green. I believe it's like the same as this one, just in different colors. It's fine. That's cool. So we don't need to show that anymore. But this one I did put together because, you know, the petals are just very like thin. So I just wanted them to stay, you know, solid. Here, 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 and here. So you get 4 of those petals. And they look great. There's a nice little black wash on everything, which looks fantastic, like on the body and on the petals. And the, you know, sculpt work is just gorgeous. You got her heart in here in orange, which looks awesome. I think that's a heart. I'm not sure. These, you know, are just hanging off. So do be careful. They are very thin. So you don't want to like break them off. But, I mean, it's tiny, so, you know, just be careful. The bottom is fine, but this is a really, really nice looking Rose Biollante. The face looks amazing. Like, again, that black wash is really cool. You see the teeth, which look great. I really like it a lot. You know, done in that kind of, like, eggshell color. So, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Again, these petals are beautiful. The tentacles look really good. Just a nice little figure. I think I like this one better than Hedorah. Next up, we'll look at Little Godzilla here, and Little Godzilla comes with the crystals, the imprisonment crystals that Space Godzilla are cooked up for our Little Godzilla here. Really, really nice, translucent, clear, you know, plastic here for the crystals. They look fantastic. Really nice base. I think one of my favorite bases of all of these that I've ever gotten. But I love Little Godzilla, and this figure looks great. It is absolutely tiny, but it looks fantastic. Love the dorsals. They're done really, really well. The sculpt from head to toe is perfect. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Toenails look great. The body here looks awesome. The paint there looks really good. The fingernails. The face sculpt is tremendous. The mouth looks really good. The eyes look amazing. So yeah, this is gorgeous. I love Little Godzilla. And this really does it. These HG figures are just so cool. You know, they're high grade, you know, so there's a lot of time spent on the sculpts. They're a little bit different than the movie Monster series. You know, they like really packed a lot into these. So really, really nice stuff. I really like this figure a lot. And last but not least, of course, here is a Godzilla. And this Godzilla is actually Godzilla 94. I thought, you know, during the unboxing, it was Godzilla 89. But the pics are a little bit small, you know, and I just, you know, kind of looked at it really quick in that one. And I can see now that, you know, with the hand position and the face position, and yeah, you know, just the way the head looks. This is Godzilla 94. It comes with some buildings and some gravel here, and that looks very nice too. But this little Godzilla, well, not little Godzilla, but this Godzilla looks amazing. The tail looks awesome. Love it. Huge tail. Really great dorsal fins up and down. Very nicely done. Skin texture is spot on. I love it. Toenails looks good. Fingernails look good. Body looks good. The neck looks good. Yeah, I should have like noticed by the neck, but you know, it is what it is. Face looks really, really good. Teeth look great. The eyes look great. You see the little ears. Again, sculpt work for this small of a figure is just tremendous. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You do have to put on the arms and the legs and the tail when you put it together, and that's okay. It stays together really well. Probably the best out of all of these. Super solid. Yeah. I really like this Godzilla a lot. It came out amazing. And here are the 4 figures all together, so you can see how they size a little bit better than before. They look really good. And here's how they size with the 2 previous figures we looked at. Next up, we're going to look at the Mothra egg figure. And if you haven't, you know, seen any of these egg figures, they're so cool. Not only does Bandai make them for Godzilla, there's been Ultraman egg figures, there's been like all kinds of egg figures through the years. And they're just a lot of fun. Great toys for the kids, but for collectors too, I think they're just super cool. I've always liked them. We had a bunch of them here over the years. Like we've had Ghidorah and Godzilla and Gigan. So it's pretty cool. We never got Mechagodzilla, but anywho, as you can see, they're kind of like shaped like an egg. Even the texture here looks egg-like, right? Very cool. Then you open it up here, and you got little larva attached, and you got Mothra here. You do want to extend the wings a little bit. And they look so good. Both of them look amazing. Here is the larva. Well, I guess 1 point of articulation, which is a good one. I love it. Always loved Mothra larva. Very, very cool. There's even a little bit of shading in the lines here. See that? It's pretty good. Eyes look really nice. It's a nice little Mothra larva sculpt. Yeah, it's got screw holes on the side here, but you know, for a toy like this, it's totally fine. Really like it. Here's what it looks like from the front. That's a beautiful little figure. Then we got the Mothra Imago here, and this looks good too. We do get articulation here in the wings, which is awesome. See that? Nice little ratchet joints. Soft ratchets, but ratchet joints nonetheless. And like I showed, these can open up. You get that little bit of wing separation that Mothra has, which is cool. The head can, you know, move up and down. Just cool. Does the body move? No, it does not. But it looks great. I like it a lot. I mean, you know, it's not... And these are not supposed to be, like, accurate. They're just, you know, representations. But look at all the, like, paint on this. You know, for a little figure, this is very, very cool. Very different. I like it a lot. There's a lot of nice work here. Paint here. Looks great. The oranges, the yellows. Very, very nice. This gray here. The yellow underneath the chin there. The eyes look amazing. You get yellow up here as well. Even like the brown joints here sort of work, you know? A little black over here, black out there, of course, too. And you get 2 shades of orange too, which is nice. This is what the outer body looks like. Again, egg shell looking. But this is, I think the only one that has that going on, which is kind of fun. I like it. So I like this Mothra a lot. This is a really, really, really cool toy. So yeah, I dig this. I really, really do. I'm giving these away, but I think I'm going to be getting my own of Mothra. I think this is, out of all of these that we've ever had here at Casa Ultrazilla, I feel like this Mothra might be my favorite. Well, I might keep it. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to keep it, but I might get another one. So, yeah, this is cool. And to keep the size comparisons going, here's how the egg figures size, well, at least the Mothra egg figure sizes with these two other figures that we already looked at. And moving along, here is the Godzilla Monster Series, Godzilla -1, or Godzilla 2023. Really nice figure. Like, this is one of the ones I've already reviewed. I think everything else here I've looked at one point or another, and it's a really nice little figure. I do like it a lot. But just to give you another once-over in this review, look at the sculpt work on this figure. And the Godzilla, you know, for those of you that haven't seen that, the Godzilla Monster Series figures are basically, you know, smaller movie monster series, but they're not the same. They're not the same. They're not like the same sculpts, you know, shrunken down. You do get unique sculpts on these, which is really cool. Toenails look great. Fingernails look great. I like that, you know, kind of brownish yellow that's painted on here. It makes a lot of the details pop. And there is a lot of details, as you can see. Looks really, really good. Dorsal fins look pretty cool, too. Sculpted well. Again, tail looks excellent. There is a little articulation on this figure, and that is at the arms. Nothing else. The mouth looks really good. You can see the eyes in there. It's very small, but they're in there, and they're painted, and they look good. Top here is painted a little bit, so... Oh, and the tail moves. I'm sorry. The tail does articulate. I like this figure. This is, you know, validation of my review before, because it still looks good. Second one I've looked at, and yeah, really, really, really nice. And for a comparison here, this is also the Godzilla Monster Series, Godzilla -1, Godzilla 2023. This is the Odo Island version, so you can see how they size together. Next up, we have the Mechagodzilla from the Godzilla action figure line. Now, this line, as well as the Godzilla Monster Series line, both came out last year, and this was one of the initial figures to come out, and it's a really cool figure. I mean, they're like, you know, nicely priced, articulated Godzilla figures. And if you're in the articulated Godzilla figure game, you know, a lot of them cost a lot more money. So it's good to have a line that's, you know, reasonably priced, especially if you want to get them for the kiddos and stuff. You know, this is really, really cool. And again, like, collectors could be into this as well. It's got articulation, which is good. The mouth here kind of opens and closes. The head, you know, moves at the neck pretty well. You got nicely ratcheted shoulders going that way, and then they swivel. Elbows, similar. Have that ratchet joint, which I like. You got a hinge at the wrists. That turns as well. Legs move like so. They move at the knee, too. Again, nice soft ratchets. Actually, it's not bad, the ratchets there. And then you got nice joints at the ankles for good articulation. The tail is on a couple of ball joints. So, very nice there, you know. It works. Now, you do get this, like, gray plastic, you know, for the silver. But I think it works pretty well. You know, the swirliness here and there kind of, you know, evokes, like, that metal look. So, not bad at all. Hands look pretty good. Got a little red paint there, which is cool. On both sides. I like that. That's what the chest looks like. Not bad. You do get some black paint in there and over here. It's kind of like all these, like, cool, like, sinewy bits. I dig that. Really like the feet. Very well sculpted. On the bottom, not really much to look at, but, you know, they work for what they are. Tail is decent. Dorsals up here are nice. I always like this Mechagodzilla's dorsals. I do dig it. The head sculpt is really awesome. You get the paint in the neck. You get the eye paint, which looks great in yellow. The red coming down on the sides there. Little red dot in the middle. The paint on the inside of the mouth looks pretty good too. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's a good looking figure overall, and I like, I like this. I do, like, this is one of those figures that is actually, like, it's cool to review it again, because I like liking this line more and more for what it is, and, like, this figure in particular has grown on me quite a bit in the months since I got it originally. It's pretty cool, and it also, oh, I almost forgot, it comes with an alternate mouth here, a little lower jaw, with an effect part. That's right, a little beam here, which looks really cool. And you just pull this out. Maybe you want to heat it up a little bit to be able to pull it out a little bit, but if you just push it down, you're able to pop it out pretty easy. Now popping it in, I don't know if we'll be able to do it on camera good. Oh, nice and easy. And there you go. That's a cool looking beam. I like it a lot. Very, very nicely done. So I like kind of this like cool like spiraling effect that it has. And here's Mechagodzilla with two other figures in the line, with a Godzilla 2004 and a Godzilla 2023. They're pretty cool. There is the Godzilla 1991, which is starting to appear. So do be on the lookout for that one. That is the latest one. I will be reviewing that figure at some point here on the channel, so do stay tuned for that. But these are the figures you could get right now. We looked at one form of Biollante earlier, and now we have the other, more monstrous form. And this, of course, is the movie Monster Series Biollante, and this is such a great figure. We have one of these here, and it is awesome. It's an Ultrazilla Juniors collection now, and it's just a gorgeous figure. I love it. Now, the movie Monster Series, as well as the Godzilla Monster Series, they're vinyl figures, so a little bit different than what you saw with the HG figures. A little different style of plastic. You do get more detail in the HGs than you do in the movie Monster Series, but you get all the vital stuff here. And it's just such a popular brand, and it's been such a great brand for Bandai for years. And it is awesome that they finally brought these figures over officially here to this side of the world. It's just so good. Very nice. Collectors love them. Kids love them. I'm like, how can you not love it? It is awesome. We have articulation here at the tentacles and also at the head, which is great. The tentacles look really, really nice. Great details here. Little mouths are painted on them, which looks fantastic. You got all these little spikies all over the place, which look really cool too. You just get all the unique, awesome grossness of Biollante, and also the beauty. She is a beautiful figure, beautiful character, and it's really, really nice. Metallic orange in there for that heart looks amazing. Look at all of this work here. Now, the tag looks really good too. Collectors usually leave the tags in, so I will be leaving this tag in. I like to take my tags out, and when I do take them out, I take my blow dryer and blow dry right there, and this pops out easy without any breakage on the inside. Little tip for you if you didn't know. But the tag is very, very nice. I'm going to leave it on because it's going to be a giveaway. All of this green looks very good. Beautiful detail all around. Get smaller tentacles on the back, but they are like wound, which is a really nice design choice here. Kudos on that. Looks good. Then you got this like nice light green sprayed over the top here, which looks fantastic. Really, really well done. All the way down to here. Now, one of the things you see a lot in the vinyl figures is the way they spray it. Like, sometimes, spray goes over. But it kind of combines really well with, how the figure looks. So, I've never minded that. I think it looks really good. Then you got the teeth here. And these fangs on the outside, like horns, spikes, look great. Then the teeth on the inside look really good. You got a lot of nice detail in the mouth. So, that looks excellent. Let's zoom in even closer. The eyes are done in purple, and that looks really good. Again, that green kind of ends over here, comes up a little bit over here. just an awesome figure. So gorgeous. I've loved this figure. It's cool to see it again, and brand new, you know, like, this just looks tremendous. I love it. Really great job here. And last but not least, we have Godzilla 1991, as you can see here on the tag. Very cool. Now, this one is actually one of, you know, the figures that came out last year, you know, that one of the newer figures that they brought over, and it's a really good mold. I like it. I like the 91. Looks awesome. Beautiful dorsal fins. Kind of has like a classic, like almost like Showa era feel to them. I love how they're painted. Look great all the way down to the tail. The tail looks pretty awesome. Very nicely done. The legs look good, sufficiently chunky, which I like a lot. The nails look great. The chest here and belly looks really good. A lot of nice folds and wrinkles everywhere. Just great sculpt work. Little arms look good. You do have articulation in them, as you can see. Like at the bicep there. And then you have articulation at the legs here. The tail does not move, so, you know, you'll get 4 points of articulation. But, you know, the movie Monster series was never really all about articulation anyway. You always get a little bit, so, you know, a little bit helps, but it's not about that. Here's the head sculpt. Awesome. Look at the eyes. Perfectly painted eyes. Beautiful in that orange. I love it. The teeth look really good. The mouth looks good. You see the tongue in there. It's a really nice representation of a Godzilla 1991. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Very nicely done throughout. Proportions look really good. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad here to say at all. It's just a great Godzilla figure. And if you want them to fight, this is how these two figures size together. And my final thoughts, and yeah, let's keep the focus on the figures this time, and I don't need to be in the video. There's a lot of them here, but these are all pretty fantastic. From the little Mechagodzilla figures, to the awesome detail of the HG figures, to the fun of the egg Mothra. And yes, you know, the egg symbolizes the reason why the wings are like that is because it's, you know, Mothra egg. That makes sense. To the awesome vinyl figures of the movie Monster series and the smaller Godzilla series, and of course the articulated Mecha Godzilla. All of these are pretty fantastic and definitely worth your time. I mean, for various reasons. There's a little bit of something here for everyone, and that is cool, and that is the magic of Godzilla and the magic of what Bandai does with the property all around. So, a fantastic way to celebrate the 70th anniversary, to be able to look at all of these figures in one review. And I hope you dug it. And I really, really want to thank Bandai for sending these over. Let me know your thoughts down below on any of these. There will be a link to buy some of them also down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection, of course, with some awesome Godzilla figures. And stay tuned, we're going to be giving all of these away very, very soon. So the celebration is not over yet. Till next time, peace out, peeps.